Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video here at Trader's Journey here on YouTube. I'm really excited to bring this video to you guys. We are going to be discussing CCIV, otherwise known as Churchill Capital Corporation. So you can see here we've got the chart up. I'm going to be going through the fundamentals and the technicals as to why I believe this stock is going to be one for the future. We have already seen some huge growth on the stock. You can see here based off of this chart, we had a falling wedge and CCIV has continued to break out. It's mainly based off the rumors that there will be a SPAC merger with this entity and Lucid Motors. So I'll be getting through all the details of what's going to happen over the next week or months. So this is going to be an exciting stock for you guys to be involved with, so stay tuned for further updates in this video. Just before I get into the video, if you haven't checked out my Instagram, it is traderjourney_official. Be sure to give me a follow on there, as I do provide investing and trading tips on a daily basis. Feel free to also DM me if you guys have any queries or questions. So let's get straight into this. So there are some articles which I'm going to sort of reference and put that in the description box below. But there has been some recent announcements here with Lucid Motors and CCIV. There has been a rumor going on for some time, which I announced to my membership group in the Discord. But Lucid Motors is hoping to close off a deal with CCIV as their SPAC merger. So Lucid Motors, who we're thinking they're going to be a merge between the two entities, was near death and desperate for cash in 2018 when it was handed a lifeline. The lifeline was handed over from Saudi Arabia's royal family. So the Desert Kingdom's sovereign wealth fund invested $1.3 billion into the electric car startup, and Lucid Motors has since regained full health. So they are in a position financially to take the brand even further, and the industry, electric vehicles, is booming at this point. So it's a particularly exciting SPAC merger, which is why CCIV has been rumored to be the actual SPAC merger entity, and there's several reasons for that. One of the biggest clues which we've had, there's been obviously so many insider information being released on the news, but one of the unusual factors of this particular merger is that we do have an individual who has actually got a prominent sort of role in both entities and is an officer. So there is a person, I believe, who works in CCIV but who works on both sides of the deal, so which makes the deal ever more popular and highly likely to happen. So most people have invested heavily into CCIV on these rumors. Obviously we haven't had any confirmed deals, but based on the news and what we've been seeing online, as well as social media, confirms the fact that there is a high chance of this going through. So Liveris Saudi connections run deep. So there is an individual based there, and the client is the CEO of Churchill SPAC, and he's a long-time advisor to Liveris. So you can see there is some sort of some connection there and some relationship there, and you know, this deal is going to be huge. And for the Saudi royal family, who are already involved with Lucid Motors, this is a very good opportunity for a long-term investment. So yeah, as far as this goes, there is still a rumor for this SPAC merger, but based off of the news and what we've been seeing announced in the past day or so, it's becoming more and more likely that we should see this get completed within the next week to a month. You can see on this video how impressive the Lucid Motor looks. It has a good price mark, it has a good market to open itself up to, so it will be a very interesting stock to see how it does over the next year to maybe 5 years. But in terms of the CCIV stock, we've seen huge rallies, so it seems like the rumor is building up and it's gaining momentum, especially on the CCIV stock. So if anyone doesn't understand what a SPAC is, SPACs offer essentially a quicker, easier and more secretive way to take a private company public versus conventional, say, initial public offerings or IPOs, through a sale to a blank check entity. Now in this instance, the blank check entity is CCIV, a company that once its shares traded on public markets can get there much faster, typically several months versus up to a year for an IPO, with much less disclosure of its inner workings and the associated red tape. So you can imagine how much easier this will be for Lucid Motors to acquire this this SPAC entity and get listed and put their entity out there for investors. So I'm really excited for CCIV. Keep in mind, guys, it is just a rumor, but there is there's so much information out there confirming that this is a very high likely position that this merger is days away from a deal being confirmed. So in a bull market, which we're currently in, you can see SPY is hitting all-time highs consistently. This arrangement can yield some huge returns, especially for insiders in the entities. So whoever has insider information, they can definitely heavily seek some great returns on this sort of deal. Whether on the SPAC side or the private company side, they can buy shares in the SPAC at the typical price of, $10 a share. So insiders here will definitely be making some huge returns should this go as planned. So I am taking the risk here, guys. I am taking the risk to invest in CCIV, and based off the stock currently trading at $22.35, this could easily run to $40 in my opinion. I mean, should it not go through, we could potentially lose 60% of the price. So it's a risk that I'm willing to take, but you need to consider if it's a risk you're willing to take to get the reward of this merger. So I'm excited, definitely excited for CCIV. I have mentioned it, as I said, months and months ago to the membership group, and I think the deal is getting closer and closer, and there's no other rumors of any other SPAC merger entity which they're considering. So it's only going to add to the price and increase the demand for the CCIV stock. Now just switching over to the charts very briefly, guys, you can see we did have a falling wedge which was consolidating there since the 14th of January, and has since the 22nd of January we broke that falling wedge and we continued. It was almost a bullish continuation pattern there, and we're now trading at 23.06 in after hours, but closed on Friday at 22.35. So like I said, if this goes planned, I think this will definitely get to the $40 mark, based off of the news and the confirmation which I'm seeing. That is my own projection of the CCIV stock. It is very bullish right now, and all the news coming out with CCIV is only going to push up demand for this and push up the price even further. So I'm just going to go through some further technical analysis here. So on the 1-day chart, huge from the 8th of January, beginning of the year. It was a great investment opportunity, and it still is a great investment opportunity to catch it at this price. But just put in as much as you're willing to lose, guys, because like I said, these deals can go either side at this point, as it is purely just based off a rumor. The news is fairly confident. If you just search CCIV on Google, for instance, you'll understand how strong these rumors are, and there's definitely it looks like some insider dealing pushing the price even higher day by day. So I'm excited, guys, and that's really the update I wanted to give you guys. You can see from these sort of video clips, the Lucid motor is no joke. It does look like a very sleek and luxurious vehicle. So with this CCIV and SPAC merger and them being listed, this should be a really good investment opportunity. Not to add, as I said, electrical vehicle space is going to do very well in 2021, especially in the years to come. So it's definitely a stock to be watching out for. So that's what I wanted to update you guys on. I hope you are enjoying these videos. I am going to go live in the next few hours discussing the future plays for the week ahead. We do have some earnings plays, which will be extremely exciting, and there's some very good stocks such as AMD and Apple to watch out for, as well as Facebook. So be sure to join me on the live in the next few hours. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button, as it will help me out, and do be sure to give me a follow on Instagram, which is traderjourney_official. So thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.